Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. And with everything crazy going on right now, hope everyone's safe and healthy. Welcome back to the channel. This is your host, Christopher Corey with Shadows Techland. So I've been playing Warzone for a while. I have gone ahead and over the weekend they had a double XP, double weapon experience. So I went through and unlocked a lot of the guns. Everything is not quite fully unlocked, but it's pretty high up, so I have most of the attachments at this point, and thought I would go over basically what I am running and what I suggest using for yourself. Obviously your mileage will vary depending on what you like, but I wanted to go over everything with you. First of all, when it comes to the assault rifles, M4 is extremely powerful. It's a really nice gun. I like it a lot. It's really stable, really nice damage. I got pretty good and pretty decent with it. It's definitely one of the better ones. I have that about level 50 at this point in time. Now, I don't quite have the monolithic suppressor at this point in time because it looks like you need level 58 and I'm only level 50. The monolithic suppressor is the best suppressor there is in the game when it comes to sound. That way it's silenced weapon basically. Well, silenced. It definitely helps with the noise, so you're not able to be seen and heard quite as much. Obviously it is the best one in the game. I don't have that one fully unlocked yet. Barrel, I'm using the Commando due to the fact that it gives better sight speed and movement speed. Obviously, there's other ones that you can use. I don't use lasers due to the fact that if you aim down your sight with the laser, they'll be able to see you. That way, it basically gives away your position. And I don't use stocks most of the time either. Most of the guns for the underbarrel, I use the Commando foregrip. That way it gives recoil and aim stability. Movement speed obviously is a little bit affected, but compensation enough. I think that's okay. I'm using the 60 round mag. That way I have more rounds because I believe with this one, if I remember correctly, it's 32 rounds a clip. I could be wrong. It's either 25 or 32. I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't use rear grip, and then I use for the perk. Obviously, your mileage will vary depending on what it is that you like, but I use FMJ due to the fact that it gives bullet penetration, so you get more damage. And then I rock with this one. I'm using the RPG just because it's fun, and I laugh quite a bit because it's actually quite entertaining to snipe snipers with an RPG. They get really, really angry, and it's really fun. So that's what I end up going with. Perks, obviously, that's kind of your personal preference. Depending on the gun will determine which perk that I like to use, depending on which class that I'm going with. Scar's another one that I find really, really, really powerful as well. It's also a fun gun. Honestly, if I had to choose an assault rifle, I would go the GRA, or I would go the CR56 AMAX. Now, you only can get the CR56 AMAX. I believe that only unlocks with level 31 Battle Pass, which is free. You don't actually have to pay for the Battle Pass. That was one of the free perks that they did give. I don't know if that's the case due to the fact that the weekend is over with, so you will definitely need to look into that. GRA is actually an extremely fun gun. I like it a lot. The GRA, in order to unlock that, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe that was with Battle Pass as well, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, don't hold me to that. This is definitely one of my more favorite assault rifles before I unlock the AMAX. Obviously, I don't have the monolithic with this one yet either. I still need to go back and finish. I'm using the Archangel for the barrel. Again, Commando foregrip. 60 round mags, so I have a higher clip capacity. Rear grip, that's kind of personal preference. I use the Sniper Elite because it gives more stability. the movement walking speed I don't really care with as much on this one, and then I don't run any perks. Shotguns, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So you can go a couple different routes. Obviously the 725, I've been playing with that a little bit. It is stupid amount of damage. There's pros and cons to this one. The pro being, again, stupid amount of damage. It's the highest damage shotgun I believe there is at this point in time, if I'm not mistaken. But it's only 2-shot and the reload is slow. So a lot of the times you'll end up dying because you're in the middle of a reload. But it's basically a 1-shot and they are done. It's a stupid powerful gun. RP9, the R90 shotgun, I've been playing with that one and upgrading it. It's actually pretty bloody powerful. Obviously once I get it fully unlocked, it will do a large amount of damage. And also it is a lot more... it's a lot faster shooting, so I believe it is a... Let's see. Let me... How I had mine set up... And you can even make this faster on reload. There's a lot of different ways that you can set it up. I set it up for power. Now, the one that I've actually been enjoying a lot is the Model 680. I've got that all the way to level 41. The really cool thing that I like about the 680 is it is really, really powerful. It's actually pretty fast on reload, and you get a decent clip. And on top of that, I'm sure you've probably seen and you've probably been killed due to the fact of the fire damage that you will see with it, which is crazy. So the way I have this one set up, so you go Dragon's Breath, and with Dragon's Breath, what ends up happening with that is basically you get incendiary rounds, which will basically catch them on fire, and that's a lot of fun. Now, running Dragon's Breath or any of the specialized damage, you don't have the ability to use any barrels, which is fine with me. I'm completely okay with that. And then one of the other things is you have to run the Scout Combat Optic. In order to run that, you will get unlocks for some of the other special ammo. Like the slugs, you have to, what was it, not the slugs. Yeah, Dragon's Breath rounds. In order to unlock that, you have to get 15 kills shortly after a reload, so basically shoot, reload, etc. over and over and over again. And then, of course, in order to get the slug 6R mags, basically, it's just basic, more powerful slug round. You do have to down sight with no scope. Oh, excuse me, no stock. Excuse me. And it's actually a stupid amount of damage. And then I'm running FMJ, so bullet penetration. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then command to foreground. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I have a decent amount of the unlocks for this. And it is just a stupid amount of damage. So you run that, And then what you do, if you're going to go shotgun build, is you go back to field upgrades, and then you run the stopping power rounds. So instead of running ammunition, so, con with this is you get less ammunition on the field. So you'll need to take that into consideration. And then, of course, you run stopping power rounds. So you get stopping power rounds with the Dragon's Breath incendiary rounds, and you will literally, throw people back when you shoot them. It's ridiculous, the amount of damage that ends up doing. It's actually a huge amount of fun. Now, if you're doing, the smaller maps when we were doing multiplayer, so, shipment and things of that nature, I definitely recommend running the MP7, or make it the FENNEC or the MP5. Those are really quick firing guns, and they are actually quite fun. I've got mine to 53, so it's pretty unlocked. Monolithic, barrel FS Recon, Commando foregrip, the 60 round mags, so you get a higher clip, and then the grip tape. Or you can switch that up for PERK, and you can do fully loaded, so you get more max starting ammo, or you can do FMJ. Just really depends on how it is that you want to run. FENNEC is another really fun gun. I've been kind of pooping around with it. Of course, I only got it to level 28 because I got a little bored. So I don't run that too much. I did get the CR56 AMAX. That gun, once it is unlocked and you get higher up in the attachments, stupid amount of damage, quick firing. It's a ridiculous gun, and I like it a lot. It's one of the more powerful assault rifles in the game, unless you start getting the rare blueprints or the extra guns, or you buy from Battle Pass or things of that nature. So that one, I don't have the monolithic yet because I need to upgrade it higher, but I'm running tactical for the suppressor, Commando foregrip, 45 round mags because I haven't gotten to 53 yet, granulated tape, and FMJ. And my HDR, I'm running that for sniper. And basically my default that I am essentially running at this point in time, now the fact that we are out of the free multiplayer XP, I'm running the HDR for medium to long range. And then for my secondary, I am running the CR56 assault rifle. So the up close and personal to kind of medium-ish range, because it does have a pretty decent range to it, and it's mostly unlocked. Personally, when it comes to sniper rifles, going between the HDR or the other more popular one that you can go with, which is the AX50, personally, from what I've read, and a lot of people say, the HDR has more stopping power, and personally I think it's a better sniper rifle, so I've been working on that. Again, it's kind of personal preference on what you run. I only have it at level 37 because I didn't have the opportunity to get it fully maxed. But I'm running monolithic, the HDR Pro thermal sniper scope. I run that due to the fact of some of the maps, they have smoke and things of that nature. It makes it easier to see people. And then, of course, the 9-round mags, and then FMJ for the more stopping power at this point in time. And then, of course, I decided to have some fun with the PPK. So if I want to go heavy class, I've got the light machine gun PPK, which is level 56. I did a lot of grinding. I'm not going to lie, this weekend when it came to double XP, I took a lot of advantage of that. That was a really, really good way to level out guns. So I played a crap ton. I'm running monolithic suppressor, the extended barrel, operator reflex sight, commando foregrip, and then of course the 200 round belt, and no perks at this point in time. And then of course my main loadout that I am running is, like I said, the HDR, and then the CR56. That's probably going to be my default going back to either solo or teams or plunder, whatever the case may be. Perks, I'm running Scavenger. And then Overkill, which allows me to have 2 primary weapons, being the assault rifle and then the HDR. Amped, so faster swap, and rocket reload speed. So that's pretty nice. And then, of course, I'm running double time, and then I've got a couple of the specialist things opened up and running at this point in time. And that is basically it for what I'm running. Perks, really it depends on the class and what it is that you're looking for. One of the things that I wanted to run, which unfortunately I wasn't able to, is dual pistols. I wanted to try that out, but I just haven't had the opportunity yet. But basically that's it, and have a good one, guys.